Hello friends, in this video I am going to explain PEGA components. The topic name today is PEGA components. Yesterday I called to LG customer service representative, okay, because my washing machine was not working. So I called to LG customer service. So they said that sir, we will send an executive. Today morning LG customer service executive came to my house and he opened the washing machine. Finally he found one component was burned on the board. Finally, he said one component was burned on the board. That's why uh, there was some problem with the machine. Okay. Finally, he concluded that. Now, he was used the term called it as a component on the PC board or a motherboard or a circuit board, etc. What is meant by component? I hope everyone is came from the science background. Everyone is came from the science background. Even MBA students and BCom students, everyone, BTech students, forget about the degree. Everyone came from the science background. Okay, in your 10th class at least, you might have studied about the capacitor, inductor, resistor, semiconductor, diode, etc. etc. What is all these? What are all these? These are nothing but a components. Capacitor is nothing but a one component, and resistor is also nothing but a one component. If you open any circuit board, you can find out all small individual instruments. Remember this point and note it down this word. Small individual instruments integrated with each other in the circuit board. And individual instrument I can call it as a component because it has its own functionality. It can perform a specific functionality. Capacitor can load the charge and resistor will resistance, it provide the resistance, etc., etc. Okay, now all these components are integrated with each other on the board. Finally the board can perform some particular functionality, but even each and every component is also perform some particular functionality. If you want, you can plug in and plug out that specific component, that specific individual instrument. Now I hope you understand what is meant by component. So here we have to understand a simple term called it as it is an individual. It is an individual. It has its own functionality. Okay, it can easily plug in and it can easily plug out. Now coming back to PEGA, let me explain my requirement in PEGA. I have a, as usually I am using SBI application. In my SBI application, I have SBI client. My SBI client having so many applications. One application is for car loan processing, one application is for home loans, and one application is for mutual funds, etc. One application is for SBI life insurance, etc. So the client having a multiple PEGA applications. So they started doing the implementation, they started doing the development of these applications. So finally, as per the requirement, each and every application having a one common functionality, call it as a KYC, know your customer functionality. So usually what people will do, okay, then in that case, as per our knowledge, we will create a one framework application and each and every application is built on that framework application so that we no need to create this KYC functionality in each and every application. We can easily achieve by using that. Here, I totally agree with you. But here, I just want to introduce a one terminology, call it as a component. Instead of creating that framework application, since it is a simple KYC verification functionality, because it doesn't have more than that. Other than verification of the KYC, there is no other functionality. So then why should I create a complete application, either framework application or another application? No need, right? It has a simple functionality, KYC. So then what shall I do? I want to make it this functionality as a component, then I can reuse this component across all of my loan application, car loan application, and home loan application, and my life insurance application, etc. Sir, we have one question. Then what is the difference between your application and component? Both are reusable, right? Yes. See, application is having the lot of functionalities, and application is having the lot of work pools and lot of case types, etc. Blah blah blah. Here, I don't want to talk about the complete application structure. Here, in each and every application, you can take it as a simple functionality. Now, if you want to reuse that functionality across all the applications, what will you do? Tell me. So usually, sir, why don't we create a one framework application? Because framework application is for reusability, right? Yes, agree. Framework application is reusability. For a simple piece of functionality, let me tell you one more functionality. I want to generate a one PDF file. To generate a PDF file, okay, you can create some code. For this, will you create a new application and each and every application is built on that application? No, right? It's not required. Then I can use this, I can make it as that reusable functionality, or I can make it as that KYC functionality, or I can make it as this generation of the PDF functionality as a component. So that component is nothing but a reusable piece of code, a reusable piece of functionality. There are lot of components are available in Pega. You can create your own components. That's why I have explained very small individual instrument. Here, a small individual rule set. Small individual rule set, it contains a lot of rules. Okay, that is a different concept. Okay, so that I can easily plug in any of my application, I can easily plug out any of my application. Components are very very useful nowadays, because each and every application, framework application means that it's totally different with application versus component. Application contains a lot of rule sets and rule set versions and access groups, etc., and it has a work pool, case types, or may not, lot of things. But a component is not like that. It has a one rule set version, minimum one rule set version. That rule set version contains at least one rule. That rule can perform particular functionality, that rule can do something. So that I can reuse this component anytime, anywhere of my Pega application, anytime, anywhere in my Pega applications. I mean to say, I can reuse this component in my application, so that uh, for example, I want to generate an Excel file, or I want to generate a model window, or I want to send an SMS, I want to send an email. So for this individual functionality, a piece of functionality, lot of components are available in a Pega marketplace. A lot of components are available in a Pega marketplace. So if you want, just open Google Pega marketplace. Now see here, Pega marketplace search, you can find a lot of components. There are a lot of components are available. So many companies, so many people are contributing these components to Pega. See, there are different types of components. See, technology services, consumer services, government, healthcare, insurance, etc., etc. There are different categories. Now you can see all these are components in PEGA. You can search whatever the component you want. See, all these components are developed by the so many other companies, not only PEGA. If you want, you can develop a component, you can contribute to PEGA, so that if I want to implement such a feature, I no need to develop it from scratch again. I can directly go and search the required component, I can download it from here, I can install it very easily. See, lot of components. Tell me your requirement. For example, I want to send an SMS. Let's see, is there any component? Send SMS. Pega Flash SMS. This is one component developed by the Pega. Okay. Now, PDF generation. So, document content engine, SVF connector for Pega, Virtusa, Wax Manager, package service offering, so on so on. So theme Cosmos component and form components, model form components. For example, form. There are a lot of components. Forms template. Okay, like this. Onboarding template. For example, if you want to implement onboarding, if you want to implement onboarding functionality, is there any reusable feature available? Then you can see you can use onboarding template. And there are a lot of language packs, and nowadays there is a dx api integrations from javascript to dx api integration application, angular pack, and angular, and there is a one more component, angular and backbone, ember. There are some javascript applications which can integrating with the dx api. If you want such components also, there are available. And language packs, multilingual components. Okay, there are so many components are available. For example, now what I'm going to do, so for example, if you want, you can use the email components also. Now what I'm going to do is I am using this onboarding template components. So just click on this one, onboarding template. See, onboarding template, you can download it. See, this Pega is providing the overview. Pre-configured application, sample form for collecting the conditions to drive the work, sample form entry and service level agreements based on the selected conditions, etc. Okay, and some prerequisites also compatible with 8.6 and 8.7 based on your Pega version. Also, you need to download the appropriate component. So what I am doing is I am just downloading my component. This component. It is asking sign in. Okay, I am login with my Pega account. Okay, I log in with my Pega account, and you can log in and you can download. So finally, you will get one. Okay, what shall I do? Mm, mm, I don't want to give my ID. Okay, finally you can download that component. Finally you can download this component. After you downloaded a Pega component, what you have to do, how to install that component, go to your application. For example, I am using my SBI application. So go to your application, go to your application definition. So here see, enabled components are manage components. So if you want, just click on manage components. Ultimately you have to install that component, and your application is built on this component. See, now if you want, you can see install a new component, for example. Okay, just click on install. Okay, you can download that component. After you download it, it will be a zip file. The downloaded component would be a zip file. So after that you can install the component by click on here. So so as of now I don't have any component. Okay. Okay, so finally after you installed, so you can see like this available components. You just install. When you click on install, so you can select the appropriate download component and click on OK, and click on OK. And even you can also search or browse apps and component. See, it is redirecting to Pega Marketplace. I can download it, but I want to hide my Pega ID. That's why I'm not showing how to download the component. See here, it is also redirecting to Pega Marketplace. You can browse the apps means applications and components, build better solutions together. Together means everyone can contribute to the component, so that if you want, you can download. If I want, I can download, etc. So like this. And even you can install a new component. After you choose and click on OK, then the component will be enabled here. After that, what you have to do, just select the status. Just select the status is enabled and click on OK. Now the component is enabled. See this one, the component is enabled. So it is nothing but a zip file. After you downloaded the zip file, you can install the, or you can upload the zip file. After that, click on OK. Now you can able to see the, available components. You can able to see the available component after you install. Just select the status and click on OK. Select the status and click on OK. So what I can do is, in next video I can download one component. Before making this video, I can download the one component, then I can install it. Okay, so email manager and click on save. That's it. Okay, now if you can see the rule set stack, if you can see the rule set stack, now go to your app profile. Very important, reusable. So nowadays everyone will ask you, so why don't you make it as a component, so that we can reuse it across all our applications. Your LSA or your architect will ask you. So okay, then in that case, don't create a rule set version, etc. I mean to say, make it as a component, so that we can reuse it, the same component, in another application. Now see this one. Obviously, every time this is our private checkout. First thing is our private checkout, etc. Your SBI application. Leave it about this rule set version. I will talk about later. And all these rule set versions are available from your rule set version. Sorry, from your application. See, this is a test SBI Apple, etc. Till get PayPal, so on, so on, so on, so on. See. After that, see this one, theme Cosmos and theme Cosmos email. See what is meant by the theme Cosmos email, why it is displaying, why it is available in my application rule set stack, why it is available in my profile stack. Because your application is built on Your application is built on theme Cosmos. That's why theme Cosmos rule set is displayed. See, if you open the theme Cosmos application, you can see the rule set version of theme Cosmos application. See theme Cosmos application. That's why your rule set first theme Cosmos application, after your rule set stack, then theme Cosmos application, then your application is also enabled components. Your application is also enabled components. Then just see the profile. Why theme Cosmos email? Because I have enabled the component, right? See, component contains at least one rule set version. Remember this point. Component is nothing but a piece of functionality. How can we develop? How can we design? How can we achieve the functionality in Pega? Obviously, by creating the rules. All the rules are available in the rule set version. All the rule set versions are available in the rule set. Without a rule set, without a rule set version, there is no rule in Pega. Open this. I am opening the component. See, the component name is email manager Cosmos, and this is the date and timestamp. This is the date and timestamp, and this is the version. How we are maintaining the versions to the application. Similarly, we are maintaining the versions to the component. Similarly, we are maintaining the versions to the component 010101. See, this is the short description of the component. Enable email manager portal to work on theme Cosmos application, etc. Publisher, who is the publisher? Pega Systems Inc. Okay, sometimes remember this, your component is depends on the other components, or your component is depends upon the other applications. So in order to work this component properly, what are the prerequisites you must be installed? This component is depends upon the Pega rules 8 application. Pega rules 8 application must be present. Obviously, each and every application is built on Pega applications, right? So my application is built on which application? Pega application. See this one, Pega rules. So my prerequisites is already present. So if component is depends upon any other component, you can install or you can add another component also. You can add another component also. Okay, because this component is not required any additional components, leave it. Okay, these are the prerequisites. Now we have to go to the documentation. Just see, this is the complete documentation about the component. What is this component? Email manager Cosmos, right? See, email manager cos search accordingly, just email manager and even if you want, you can contribute to Pega marketplace. What happened? Email manager Cosmos. See this one, this is the component I have downloaded. Enable email manager portal to work on. You just click on open and you can see the documentation of this component. See, as Pega is so and so and so and so. As Pega is description of this component. Features. What are the features? Key features, makes email manager, etc. Makes email manager, etc. Okay, so if you want, they are providing the instructions as well, installation instructions, that nothing but a user guide, probably user guide about the complete this the email manager Cosmos user guide, email manager Cosmos user guide. At the same time, also here you can see the upload installation guide. Upload installation guide. So if you want, you can upload the installation guide. This is the email manager Cosmos user guide PDF file. So the same PDF file, you can see it here. Okay, now we missed very important thing is, what is the functionality of that component? What are the rules they have created in the component? How can you see that? So go to the definition. So this is the main rule set, right? Component, always remember this point. Component contains more one or more than rule set and rule set versions. Now theme Cosmos email. Open this rule set version because this version is 0101. Okay, this version is also 0101. Let's see how many versions, how many patch versions are available in this email manager Cosmos component. Reusability. Pega main goal is reusability. At the same time also I want to reuse the one more term, call it as a OOTB. This is also nothing but a OOTB. If you want you can customize this as well. If you want you can customize. See this one, rule set Cosmos compliant email. How many number of rules? 42 rules. They have created one functionality. See, the rule type is application, binary file, field value, section, etc. 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 If you want, you can reuse. If you want, you can reuse. Remember this. Did you see any class? Did you see any class here? So usually they will not create a classes. They will reuse the existing classes. They will reuse the existing classes. Probably work dash cover dash etc. base class. So they will try to reuse the classes. Okay, now what I want to do is case action header. I want to include this section in my application. For example, okay, I need this section, so that what I'm going to do are py add attachment menu, or I want to use this navigation. What shall I do? Obviously these rules are available, right? Since your application is enabled this component. So what I'm going to do, open my case type, any one of the case type. Okay, car loan. Nowadays in the real time you can see most of the applications are using components. Okay, now save and run. Now here in this section I want to use that component section. I want to reuse that component section. Reusability, main goal is reusability. Even if you go to any technology, the term component context or the term component meaning is remains same. Some people will call it as it is nothing but a function, it is nothing but a library, it is nothing but a reusable piece of code, etc. etc. That's why I have given a very generic example in the starting of this video. Now in this section I want to load that menu. So what is this section first? Okay, let me open this section, loan details submission. So what are the rules? Team Cosmos, how many number of rules? 44 rules, right? Okay, well, I want to use this one case action header in my section, so that I can embedded one more section. Embedded a section. Use current page context, section by a name. What is this? Uh, case action header. Case action header. More. Click on more. See this one, case action header. In which class? In which class? Work dash class. So, okay. Now what you can do is case action header. See, this case action header is available in the PEGA social group, applies to this class. PEGA social document. This is applies to this class, work dash cover dash task, this is applies to this class. But ultimately, what is this rule set version? What is this rule set version? Because case action header is already present, but we are taking the PEGA component, that email theme Cosmos component case action header, because the same with see, theme Cosmos 030101. This is not our rule set. See this one, theme Cosmos email, theme Cosmos email 010101. I want to take this one. I want to take this one. Okay. Now, if you want, you can open case action header. From which rule set version it is picking, we will see that. Okay, it is picking from the theme Cosmos 030101. Okay, before that, did you save this one? Click on save. Yeah, already saved, right? But it should pick from the as per the rule set stack. Okay, first theme Cosmos, then theme Cosmos email. So that's why it is taking from here. So now I will take another section which is especially present in the here. Display notification list. Display notification list. But again, that class name is different. That class name is different. Again, we have to keep it in the pages and classes. Then we have to refer py case badges. Py case badges. Not only this section, you can reuse the activities, data transform. There are a lot of rules are available, right? Py case badges. Still, it is in the theme Cosmos. Okay, but luckily this is available in the theme Cosmos email. Now I'm taking this. Now what I'm doing? Just click on save, submit. Reusability of the component rules. That what this is what I'm showing now. Now, so there is a one more option, right? So when I click on button, okay, or I'll on click action, what I'm going to do is add an action navigation rule menu. Here menu, I want to use this menu. I want to use this menu. What is that menu? There is a navigation rule, right? Py add attachment menu. Py add attachment menu. I want to reuse this navigation rule in my section content. Py add attachment menu. So this one work dash. Can you try to open this menu? From which rule set version it is trying to open? Theme Cosmos email. Theme Cosmos email. No worries. Then now what I'm doing? Okay, format. Okay, standard format. If you want, you can select the different types of format. I don't want to explain about navigation rules now. Click on save. Now go to your case, just actions, refresh. Finally, I'm going to reuse that theme Cosmos email component rules in my application. Not only this one, so you can generate a PDF files, you can send an email, etc. etc. Now see this one. There is a section. There is a one section. Open. This is the open. Now when we click on this button, why this navigation rule doesn't have any? Okay, see this one, file from a device and URL. See, if you want to achieve this one, usually what you do, what you will do, I don't know how to write a code, but I want to achieve this functionality. So if you want, you can use these built-in components. So you can download any component from here. Pega validated this component already. This is not like a dummy code. This is not like a duplicate one. Pega already validated all these things. So you can directly reuse this file from device. So now what I'm going to do, there is one more component, call it as a integration simulators component. So you can simulate your integrations as well. So like this, there are a lot of components. I just giving an example. Okay, now see, you can easily file from a device. So now you can upload a file. You can upload a file. See, like this window, cancel URL. If you want, you can provide an URL. I hope you understand the component concept. Reusability. I can achieve the reusability. I can achieve the reusability. Go back to your component. See this one. Each and every component name is also same as the rule set version. Usually component name is same as the rule set version. Usually the rule set versions are there is a naming conventions. Rule set versions of the component is same as with rule set component name. So now the component name is theme cosmos email. The rule set version is also a theme cosmos email. See this one, theme cosmos email. Okay, where is your application? Email manager Cosmos, but usually the rule set, I mean component name and rule set version of that component both are same usually. Okay, like this, and this is the version of the, sorry, timestamp, and okay, and this is the version of the component. Similarly, if you want, you can add n number of components. The priority is based on the sequence. The rule set versions will be reflected in your application stack based on this order. This is the whole and soul about the components in Pega. You can download n number of components and your application is built on this component. Similarly, if for example your application is built on this application and this application, if you open this application and again if you want, you can add here also components like that infinity. Okay, similarly, if you want, you can create your own components and you can contribute to Pega, or if you want, you can create your own components. For example, in my in my application, or for my SBI client, I have 4 applications. So already one team is already developed the KYC functionality. So how do you reuse that KYC functionality in remaining applications? In remaining applications, how can you reuse that KYC functionality? Sir, I can reuse like this. Anyhow, that KYC functionality is in one rule set version, right? I can reuse that rule set version in my application, sir. How can you reuse the rule set version? Rule set version is available in this application. This instance is different, this node is different, this environment is different. How can you reuse this KYC rule set version in your application? That is completely different environment. Sir, then in that case, what I can do is I can import it, I can make it as a product file, I can download that product file and I can import into my another environment. So then in this way, I can download that rule set version and I can import it in my another application, sir. Then what is the purpose of components are here? I can achieve by using like this. Then why should we need to create a component? See, because here I am raising the question, I am giving the answer. So in this case, you know what will happen? Your rule set version may depends upon another rule set version, right? Your rule set version may require a classes also, right? So that's why I don't want to import, or I don't want to move all these dependency things to another environment or another application. if I make it as a component like this, if I developed a solution, so if I developed a solution to convert it into a component so that I can easily plug in and plug out anywhere in my other applications. So what I'm going to do, so I hope you are following guys, because even if people are not able to understand, um, go through my videos multiple times, but my intention is I want to explain each and every concept in detail, not like okay, you can use this components are nothing but a reusable functionality, you can download and install it, it will be available, that's it. I don't want, I can explain within 1 minute also, but I don't want to do that. So now go to the, if you want you can create a component, go to the configure application, see here components. Here you can see the list of available components. Here you can see the list of available components. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my new component. Now my component name is SBI PDF component. SBI PDF component. Component name is this one. Version 01.01.01. Click on create and open. Okay, short description, this is for PDF generation etc. Publisher SBI. Documentation is you can give whatever blah 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 icon. If you want you can upload any icons, key features, if you want you can add n number of features as well. This is one feature, you can add n number of features, and you can upload the user guide also, download the template because the user guide. So that means if you want you can upload the installation guide, so like this. Okay, so go through it. If you want to upload any user guide, I think it should be make it as this format. You should make it as this format, leave it time being not required, and you can give it as a history. So what is the purpose and usage. Now come back to your main thing. So when you create a new component, see this rule set version SBI PDF component. By default I did not added this one. Just click on save. Just click on save. Okay, now open this rule set version. Is there any rules? Because I did not created any rule set version. The moment you created a component, automatically created SBI PDF component, because as I told you the rule set version should be same as with component name. This is the timestamp and this is the version. So open the rule set version. Why already three rules were there? Open these three rules. First one is internally created a one application rule. Remember this, internally in the backend it created a one application rule and the rule set name and the rule set version. And so that means why these guys are created as an application means sometimes if you want your application as a built on application of this component, sometimes if you want you can use this component as a built on application, then in that case your application is a built on this SBI PDF component application, because backend, in the backend he created a application rule. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I don't have any rules. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new rule. Okay, I just create a one activity, that's it. I don't want to do more than that. No one can explain, even if you go to any training institute also, no one can explain like this. They will not take this much time. Okay, always they will tell main topics, but PEGA, you know, right? PEGA is a version, because version in the sense lot of features. Anyone can tell me how many animals are, how many animals are available in the ocean? No answer. How many features are available in PEGA? Don't know. So now what I'm doing is SBI, my class name. I'm just creating a one. Your wish. You can take it as whatever the class you want. You can take it. Now I want to take it as a work dash class because I'm going to create a one rule. Okay, PDF gen. This is my rule name is PDF gen. My class name is work dash. Click on create and open. Sir, why are you choosing the work dash class? Why don't you choose the SBI loan? Whatever the class you want, you can choose it was no problem. Click on save. So shall we create a classes? I did not try it. If you want, you can try create a new class and create your own, create a new class and create your own activities. But I couldn't think actually in the component we should not create a classes. We should not create a classes. Okay, or maybe create a classes, but I never tried. Don't mind. So by practice, everything can understand. By practice, that is the one benefit of software technologies, because even if you don't know what is the output, by making some changes based on the output you can came to one conclusion that okay, this is the behavior. Okay, now what I did is I created a PDF generation rule. Now come back to your rule set version, refresh. See, one rule is available. What happened? Where is SBI PDF component? Sorry, I saved as into the SBI Apple rule set version. Sorry, I save as PDF generation. Where is my component? See why my component is not present here. Why my component is not present? Why? Because your application is not built on your component. So that's why what I am doing is your component name is SBI PDF component and just click on save. 0101 because already SBI PDF component is already created. SBI PDF component is already created. See, this is the SPF PDF component already created. The rule set version is also there, but there are no rules. Leave it. Now I am going to create a rules. That's why I have selected my application. SBI application is built on this SBI PDF component. Now you can create a new rules. You can create a new rules now. So what I'm going to do activity, because unfortunately I have created this activity in SBI Apple. I want to create in the component rule set version. Now what I'm going to do is save as. Still my component is not showing here. After that just click on save. Okay, why errors? Because you have to delete all these things not required, right? Just added. Save as. See this one, SBI PDF component work dash. Now I'm selecting this rule set version, PDF generation. Click on create and open. Okay, that's it. Because already, okay, because I'm not making any changes. I'm not doing any changes in this logic. Now finally rule set version is available. Now if you want you can check PDF generation, PDF gen. Okay, what happened? My current application, not all the applications. Okay, I want to delete it from here, not in the SBI Apple. Unfortunately I created in the SBI Apple. I will delete this one. not required. Okay, so finally I have created my rule set version. If you want, you can see this one. Actions, refresh. If anyone is confused, just rewind this video. Anyhow, this video is available in YouTube, right? You can slowly learn, no problem. Now this is my component rule set version. Now my component is ready. Click on save. Action, refresh. Now if you want, you can lock this component. Lock. Save. Okay, what is the password? Okay, I'm just giving rules. Now your component is locked. Submit. Now just open this component rule set version. Action, refreshed. See, your rule set component rule set version is also locked. Now that's it. So now if you want, you can package this component, you can contribute to PEGA. Just I'm just kidding. If you want, if it is a greater functionality, I mean major functionality, you can contribute to PEGA, so that if anyone is required, so that they can download and reuse it. Now what I'm doing is package a component. You can package a component, right? So that means preparing the zip file. Okay, like this you can download. Like this you can download. See, now your SBI component PDF component is ready. Now what I am doing is I can switch into my another application. Frankly speaking, I never read a single line of theory about these components. Everything I can understand from this interface only. Everything I can understand from this interface only. I never read a single line of theory from the PDN. So that means we can easily understand few topics from here itself. Now now the component is ready. Now what I am doing is I am switching to another application. I can install this component. Switch to another application, test application. Okay, cancel. So if you want, you can anyhow you have downloaded this component, right? You can easily install this component. How do you install? Just I'm telling you, go to the manage components, because last time beginning I did not show you right how to install the component. Install a new component. Already like this you can download the component from the PDN. Open. See, it will be reflected there. Usually it will be reflected there, that window. Then you can select that status, then click on OK, because the same component is already present, right? That's why it is showing like this. But you can download after you download it. See, uh, so after you install, you will get your component like this here. Then you can select the status is enabled, then click on OK. That's it, your component is installed or loaded to you in your application. I hope you understand the whole and soul about the component. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. Put your questions in the comments. Okay, thank you so much. Happy learning.